Actually underway with the players taking the field today, but it's only day one, so don't freak out on Twitter, everybody. And as much as we want to draw conclusions from what we saw this morning from 7-on-7 or individual drills or guys standing around doing nothing and how they look doing that, the players are just ready to kind of get going. Today they were just, quote, ramping up, as Coach Rule calls the players are in the NFL's new acclimation period of training camp, which just means basically they're not doing much. Not full speed, no pads, no contact for at least the first 4 days. Now, despite not much action, there's still plenty to discuss from today, and we will do just that. But first, let's hear from the guys that actually did those jumping jacks today and how they thought the day went.
I think today was a pretty smooth day. I think it was a good first day back. You know, we're not fully like 100% practicing, but, you know, preparing ourselves and getting there.
I'll go up and watch the tape. I thought, you can tell we're in really good shape. Guys look good. They're moving around. Guys know what to do. So, I mean, we're not a really competitive team on the first and second day as we put pads on. There'll be a little bit more tomorrow. We're really trying to ramp up this first week, so when we hit pads next week, we're able to go and not have to think and be in great shape. But credit to the guys. I think they all came in pretty good shape.
Speaking of good shape, we're in good shape tonight because we got a special guest on set tonight.
I know. It's her CSL debut. We're so excited to have Panthers beat writer for the Charlotte Observer, Elena Getzenberg. And Elena, we all started pretty early this morning, but we appreciate you actually staying up to be on the show.
Thank you for having me on. I'm excited. I was asking when I was finally going to get to make my debut. No, I'm kidding. But I'm excited to be here, and it's been a long day, but it's nice to wrap it up with you guys.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about day one, right? It's a little bit hard, like Will, you said this earlier, it's hard to gauge exactly what's happening on the field because not a lot's really going on, but you can at least get a gauge for what the feel is like, whether it's with the players or with the coaches. So what did you observe today?
Yeah, it's definitely, I think Will said it best. It is early, you can only take so much away from the first day. But I think, there were good vibes. It was I kind of viewed it as a continuation of what we saw during OTAs and minicamp. It was a lot of getting into the scheme, getting into the feel of things. One thing I would say as a takeaway, they're pretty healthy. They've got a lot of guys back that missed time during OTAs and minicamp. And so far, that's huge, especially at left tackle. They're pretty much healthy and good to go there. So it was kind of just, like I said, a continuation of what they had been doing, but it's a step in the right direction.
Okay, you said it. You brought it up. Left tackle. It's the sexiest position on the field, apparently. That's all we talk about. Cam Irving, Trent Scott, Taylor Moton. Who's your favorite? Because I think that Scott Fitterer surprised us all a little bit yesterday, saying that it's still a fluid situation, which terrifies me that the most important position on the line is fluid.
Yeah, I think it was kind of a surprise to see. Obviously, we saw Taylor Moton during the OTAs and minicamp kind of take a few snaps. It really was not like a significant amount. And to see them say, we're really going to consider him there, and that is a big step. I do think, you got to see how Cam Irving plays. He's clearly kind of the leader going into the left tackle competition. But if it's not working out, they're open to Taylor Moton clearly on that left side. I don't think we should take it too seriously yet, but it's something they're open to. And you do just have to keep in mind, I think the big thing is it will weaken the right side of the line to move Taylor Moton. Yep. So it's all a big factor. It's all consideration. It's going to be fluid, I think, until the end of training camp.
That's actually terrifying. But you did mention that these guys are in shape and they are healthy right now. And Brian Burns is one of those dudes because it was very evident on the first day of training at camp of how well the players took care of their bodies this offseason. One look and you know what the players did if they did it right, if they were one of those guys just eating a whole bunch of candy and burgers in the offseason. And no one knows that better than the vets, including Brian Burns, who walked in looking a little different in all the best ways. A little bit of swag fitting in his uniform just a little bit better today. But then again, he is a different breed. He's Spidey Burns.
It just comes along with it. Like that's always one of the main goals during the off season is to maintain. But I wanted to gain, and I'm just gonna keep gaining. I feel like I can still fill out my body, so just keep doing that.
How much have you gained?
Say about 12. If I'm not mistaken, maybe 12 pounds. Like I'm different from other edges, other ends. I feel like I bring something different to the table as far as I've been, my flexibility, my speed. So that's just what that stands for. It's a different breed.
Yeah, so he is a different breed. I just love that he embraces that for his game. But, yeah, he's going to have some help on the field, right, with Hassan Reddick. And he talked a little bit about that today, that it's kind of like a friendly competition. Like, he wants to be better by competing with Hassan on the field. That's got to be a great thing for coaches to hear, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's so interesting. We saw Brian really kind of step into what he could be last year. We saw glimpses of it. He obviously had a really good season, but he's going to be challenged now on the other side of the line with Hassan Reddick there. And, you know, he's a little bigger. He's got a little more of an edge to him, as you'd like to see. He told us he worked on a lot of things, obviously over the last month or so. And I think he has no reason not to have a big year. He should absolutely have a big season. And I mean, the potential's there, and Hassan Reddick will only push him.
I think Reddick will help by taking a little bit of attention away from the other side. And if Derek Brown gets that much better up the middle, then he takes two bodies. What's the potential or the ceiling, or what do you think is going to happen at least with this defensive line? Because they got to help the secondary out a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean, I think the defensive line is arguably the deepest area on this roster. They really improved that position. I don't think you can understate that. Morgan Fox is someone also to keep an eye on, just in terms of the depth of that line. But I think the ceiling's high. I mean, they need that line to be productive, especially to help the cornerbacks and the murky safety situation. I don't know what we want to call that, but they need that help, and I think they're set up to be much better than last year there.
A couple positions are murky, but one is not murky at all right now.
Not murky at all. And it was really good to see number 22 back on the field today. So exciting for fans. And we all know, right, Christian McCaffrey, one of the best running backs in the game. But now he is quite literally, guys, I don't know if you heard this today, but he's ranked as the top running back in this year's edition of Madden with a 97 rating. So no shortage of attention. Yeah.
That's it. Just call the season.
Yeah, seriously. No shortage of attention, right, for CMC and his ability. But there are some guys on the roster, although talented, they might feel like they're overlooked in the league. And this is kind of creating a chip on the shoulder mentality. We heard Brian Burns talk about that a little bit. But whoever you're talking to when it comes to this actually might help some of the players' production this season.
I always feel like I got something to prove. It's always going to be a chip. I mean, if you ever felt underappreciated or you feel me underrated, you always gonna have a chip on your shoulder just to prove those guys wrong. But at the end of the day, I don't care, because I got my own personal goals that I want to work towards, and as long as I get that, it don't really matter what people think.
I've been working on everything, you know, like I feel like last year, my mindset is I'm trying to go from good to great, you know, and we didn't win last year, you know, that's the most important thing. So I'm just trying to do more on my end to contribute more to winning and perfect everything on my end, my craft.
So I was on a podcast, Panthers on Tap podcast the other day, and they asked me about this underrated thing. And I said, that's kind of what happens when you're in Charlotte and you're waffling around 500 for the last X amount of seasons. Mm-hmm. You don't get a lot of attention unless you're a huge personality or you're the best like CMC. So this doesn't really shock me, honestly. Does it you?
No, I mean, I think there's a lot of, I think you could go down, the list of players that are like known throughout the league on the Panthers roster is limited. I mean, I think it's Christian, Robbie, I mean, I guess Sam Darnold now, but...
And that's because they came from New York.
Yeah. Listen, the guys like Jeremy Chin and Brian Burns, they're still, you know, to us, they're the bigger names. We talk about them a lot, but on the national level, those are still, you know, they need to have big years like that to get that respect. And I think, you know, if your team's not making the playoffs consistently, like you said, 500, that's kind of how it goes.
And I think we all know that Jeremy Chin and Brian Burns, I mean, I speak for, I think all of us are studs, and they're going to be studs in the NFL.
Yeah, but you got to win if you want the attention. All right, Elena,